is he?
He's 8 years old.
He's
but,
8?
Yeah, there's been a lot of, conversation about how he's been behaving at school, and I try to be there for him.
Yeah, oh, I'm really glad that you are. Is he having trouble with his schoolwork?
With his schoolwork, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Yeah.
some of this stuff that you end up learning here, you can, it'll help you anyway when you have to look at the homework that he has to do.
Exactly.
Right?
The
Yeah.
other day we went through a couple of things here that I have, vowels and all that. As a matter of
You're
fact, he did.
kidding?
I swear, for reals.
And
Yeah.
did he know that already, or was he like, wow, Dad?
No, he knew some, but some of them he didn't.
Oh, really?
So it kind of helped out.
Oh, I
both
bet
of
that
us.
felt good
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you could
excellent.
show him.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I'm
was
so
great.
glad. All
It was
right.
great.
Well, why don't we get started with the sight words? Just do a quick review of the sight word stack that you've been practicing.
Right.
Terrific. Okay, and in fact, you can hold on to them if you like, but what I want you to do is with your thumb cover up the little cheat part that we put on the
Okay.
card so that you can see if you can know it, without the help of that. Okay? And it's just doing one at a time, quick as you
Okay.
can.
Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh.
Excellent.
Me.
Okay, and check your phonetic spelling on that one.
My.
My,
I always
good
get
job.
that wrong.
Okay, my.
Oh, my. From.
Mm-hmm.
Walk.
Good.
Was.
Excellent. And these are the tricky words because they're the ones that don't play fair. There's something about the way they're spelled that just isn't the way they sound,
I noticed.
Okay. All right, you noticed. All right. Let's see if you can remember how to spell them. Okay. This was the only one you had trouble reading. And what does MY say? My. Okay. Let's see if you can spell my. How do you spell my?
M-Y.
Very good. How about, and you know what we'll do? When you get it right, we'll actually put a little check mark on the bottom right-hand corner so that I know there's one time you've read it and spelled it correctly. And when we get up to maybe 4 or 5 check marks, we'll know that you really know
Achieved
these
it.
ones. You've achieved it, exactly. Okay, how do you spell was?
Was. W-A-S.
Excellent, was. How do you spell walk?
Walk. W-A-L-K.
Excellent. That L is what's funny in there. In fact, that's why we put it in red, because to help you remember what it looks like, to visualize
That's
it.
great.
Okay. How about from?
F-R-O-M-E.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now put that up on the board and see what it
Okay.
looks like, and see if it looks right to you. And do you want to stick an E on the end of it?
If I put an E, then it would be a om.
Right.
From.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, it's a sight word that doesn't play fair anyway, but that's the word right there.
Without the E?
Mm-hmm. Without the E.
Okay.
And you see the phonetic spelling of it is F-R-U-M. It sounds like
Right.
an from.
Mhm.
Okay, we won't put a check mark on that one because
Okay.
that one we'll just have to go back and spend some more time reviewing. All right? Laugh. Laugh. This one looks weird.
L-A-F.
That's exactly how it seems like it should be spelled. That's what you feel. L-F-L-A-F. Take a look at this one again. And remember,
L-A-U.
isn't that a funny one?
That's it.
Do me a favor and grab take this pen and
Okay.
do the technique that I taught you for practicing these at home. How do you learn them? The first thing you're going to do is trace it and
Right.
say it out loud as you do.
L-A-U-G-H. Again? 3
Yeah,
times?
and then say the whole word.
Okay, laugh.
All right, do it again.
L-A-U-G-H. Laugh.
Okay, are you really tracing it there?
L-A-U-G-H. Laugh.
Laugh. Okay, then what we'll do is flip the card over and have you with your fingers on the table
Okay.
spell it out.
L-U-G-H.
Is that what it looked like? Can you picture it? Close your eyes and picture it.
L-U.
Want to see it again? Here it is.
L-A-U.
Okay, you know what let's do?
G-H.
Let's put that A in red. Okay, L-A-U-G-H. Trace it one more time.
L-A-U-G-H.
Then say the word laugh.
G-H. Laugh.
Okay. You done? You want to do it
Got
anymore?
it.
Oh, you
Got
got it? Okay, do it on the table now.
L-A-U-G-H.
Say the word laugh.
Laugh.
One more time.
L-A-U-G-H. Laugh.
Okay, now what I want you to do is spray paint it on that wall over there. Just like shoot the paint out of your hand. Oh, you like to paint with a paintbrush, don't you? I remember that. Okay. Yeah, you can spray paint it.
L.
Watch what you're doing because I want you to see it up there.
L-A-U-G-H. Laugh.
What's the letter second from the end? Just one in from the end. Right from the far
second
right.
to the end, G.
G, good. Okay, put it up again.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
L-A-U-G-H.
Can you picture it?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you see that A in red?
Yeah.
L-A-U-G-H. I see the A in red and the G-H in red. In my mind's eye, I can imagine that. Okay, then we'll go to that sight word section of your notebook and have you put it, it's just, put today's date. It's the 20, what is it today? 24th, thank you. Okay. And when you put the word laugh, say the letters out loud as you do.
L-A-U-G-H. Laugh.
Laugh, exactly. Okay, why don't you put my down? It turns out that Jaime will have a few words from last week's stack that he'll need to keep practicing, and this is normal. I'll introduce him to 5 or 6 new sight words in today's lesson. For homework, he'll use the multisensory technique to help memorize them. Where do these words come from? The words I'm giving him, I have selected straight out of the story that we've been reading together. They're common, high-frequency words. I could also have pulled them from one of many lists of the most commonly used words in English. Multisensory practice with sight words is a must for every lesson, especially for a beginning level student. We'll review what we've been doing in our phonics lessons, okay? I know you like this part. This has been pretty exciting for you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me, Jaime, what are the vowels?
A.
Mm-hmm.
I.
Mm-hmm.
E.
Mm-hmm.
O.
Mm-hmm.
U.
Excellent.
Sometimes Y.
And sometimes Y. We talked about that last time, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Now, the first sounds that you learned for these were what we call the short vowel sounds. And how did I teach those to you? Have you got something with you that helps you remember what the short vowel sounds are? Right in the front of your folder. Let's see this. So your keyword for the, remember your short vowel sounds? You've got the
A,
and the keyword is?
Apple.
Apple. A, apple. A, E.
Ed.
And the sound?
Eh.
And I.
Inch.
And the first sound is?
Eh.
Excellent. Very good. Here and throughout the lesson, I encourage Jaime to refer to this short vowel keyword sheet. In fact, to memorize these keywords and use them to help in sounding out words without guessing. He hasn't fully mastered the short vowel sounds, so I selected a list of words that are one syllable with no more than 4 or 5 sounds per word for him to practice. For short O.
Stop.
Stop laughing. Okay, and
just.
Excellent. Just. Okay, so you're using your keywords to help, and you're still kind of mastering that, you know, using your keywords to get your short vowel sounds, correct? Yes. Okay, then from there, Jaime, we went to talking about long vowel sounds. And we discovered that there's a really cool way that the English language uses kind of a marker it puts up there to tell you that the vowel sound is not going to be short anymore, it's going to be long. So let's get A, E, I, O, and U back up here.
Okay.
And let me use my keywords the words I have on my lesson plan, so I don't have to make them up off the top of my head. If I do, this right now has a short A sound.
Right.
Okay, so I think you better tap this one, because you're right, that's a lot of letters to blend. Scrap. Now, excellent. Now what happens if I put an E on the end?
Scrape.
It becomes scrape. Excellent. Remember that the E will jump over the P and change this to an A sound. Well, how many sounds will it typically jump over?
Just one.
Just one. That's important to remember. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's scrape. How about this one? There's nothing there telling you to make it long yet. So that says
Pet.
Pet, good. And if I put an E on the end, it
Pete.
suddenly becomes the guy's name,
yeah.
Pete. So this is long. Does this E say anything on the end?
No more.
Right. Doesn't say anything. All it's there to do is make that
Make that.
long. Good. Okay, let's do this word, and be careful because there's no marker up here yet to tell it to be long.
Slim.
Slim, and then
Slime.
now it becomes slime. See
Yeah.
how you caught on to that pattern? Very nice.
Okay.
Okay, how about this word? Is that going to be long or short?
That's short right now.
Right, it's short right now.
Short right now. So
Okay.
it's slop.
Slop, like, oh, there's a lot of slop in that, joint or something like that. Okay, and if I put an E on the end of it, what happens?
Slope.
It becomes slope,
Okay,
like down
slope in the
a
slope.
slippery slope. So the E jumps over one sound and makes
Get a
this
O.
long, and this guy is
No there.
not even making a sound, exactly. And now let's do one with U. How about this? C-U-T, you told me before was...
I told you it was coat.
Yeah, maybe you did tell me it was code, and I said, check your keyword for that. What's the
I told you it
keyword
was
for
coat at
you
one
up
time.
here?
It's, so
Up.
cut.
Excellent.
Cut.
Cut. And if I put an E on the end, now what happens to it?
Cute.
It says cute.
Yeah.
So this E makes this guy say its name,
Right.
U. Now there's a little trick that people need to be aware of for long U. Do you remember what it is? Sometimes it says its full name, U. The letter name, U. And when you say that, you really feel
It's a Y.
there's a Y
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Ooh, U. However, sometimes, look at this word.
June.
June. What sound comes right after the J in June?
You.
Okay, and do we say June?
No.
Do we have U, or does it just say ooh?
Just says ooh.
Are you sure? June.
June. Ooh.
Just says ooh. So sometimes the long sound of U will just be, I like to call it a nickname.
Okay.
Okay, there's its full name, U. There's its nickname, ooh. Okay, can you say that?
You
and
ooh.
ooh. You never really know until you start to read the word which one it's going to be. It'll just come out naturally. This is too difficult to say, June. It
It
just
don't
comes
make
in.
sense.
It's too hard to say it. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense, so then you change it to the ooh.
Okay.
Good. Now, Jaime, we also talked in our last couple lessons about another way we know of to get these long vowel sounds that doesn't require an E on the end of the word. Okay? We said, can I rub this all off?
Yeah.
Okay? We said that there's a way to combine vowels. Remember that? So if we had A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, we could pair them up with each other to get a long vowel sound. Now, in your notebook, you also have a vowel team page. Let's pull this guy out. Those are where the vowels team up together. And remember, we haven't done all of them yet. We're just sort of taking a couple at a time. Which were the double vowels that gave us the long A sound?
Long A sound.
Yeah.
It was the A. A-Y.
Yes, exactly. This A teams up with the Y. So A-Y says A. What else? Is there anything else that says A that you know of?
The AI.
Excellent, Jaime.
Right.
AI also says A. So let's, for example, I'll just take these off for now. Let's do a couple words like that. If you had a word like pay, pay. I like to get my pay. Which column would it go in? Do you think we would have? We also have vowel, consonant, E. Those are our choices.
Right. Or it would be in the AY.
Excellent. It would be P-A-Y. And this A-Y sticks together to say A.
A.
Okay.
Mhm.
What if we wanted to make a word like rain, rain?
Then you would use a AI.
Uh-huh, very good. You've seen that one before. R-A-I-N,
N.
exactly. Do you know where a word like late would go? I don't want to be late. Have you seen that one before?
Late.
Late.
I would put it in the.
Okay, let's see what it looks like. L-A-I-T.
That looks. L-A-Y-T.
Mm-hmm, we could try that. Oops.
L-A.
But usually, remember what I said about the
Oh,
A-Y? Where does it
okay.
like to come in a word? The
At the
A-Y.
end,
At
at
the
the
end.
end,
So
at
if
the
we
end.
have another
Exactly.
sound, that's not going to work, is
Okay,
it?
so you would put it at.
That's possible. Is there any other possibility?
The E at the end.
Excellent. Let's see what
Yeah.
that looks like. L-A.
Out. Late. What was it?
Late. Late.
L-A-T-E.
Yeah, let's see what that looks like.
L-A-T-E.
L-A-T-E.
Yeah.
Now there's your two good choices, late and late. Have you any idea which one looks better that you think you might have seen before? If you're not sure, that's no big deal.
They both look good.
They both look good. This is the one right here. This is the one right here. That is not how you spell late.
Okay.
This is the option for late, the vowel consonant E, late. In fact, you've got a spelling section in your notebook, don't you?
Yeah.
Why don't we go into that and put the word late along with some of the other ones we have seen when we've been reading stuff.
Okay.
And you know what? It's on those columns, those three. Here we go. There's the spelling
Okay.
section. So you got 4 columns now. We haven't talked about the last one yet, but we've got vowel consonant E, A-I, and A-Y. They all say A.
Right.
Okay, so let's put the word late in
So
the right column.
L-A-T-E.
Yeah. You have to have seen it first before you can know which one is the right one for spelling. Excellent. Late. How about the word day? Payday.
It's in the A-Y.
It's in the AY. Go ahead and put it down in your book.
I actually have it here. Do
you already have
it?
day?
Yeah. Pay.
Oh, you have pay. Let's put day down.
D-A-Y.
Right, D-A-Y. Cool. Nice work, Jaime. So now we're going to talk about another pair of double vowels that give us a long vowel sound. And we'll come back to this as we're reading and we find examples of words that have long A sound. We'll plug them into the right place in your notebook, okay? Sounds of the vowel teams are introduced gradually over many lessons, again using key words. We started with the ones that make long vowel sounds, such as AI and AY, EE and EA, and the pattern IGH. Line in your notebook.
Okay.
Oh, and can I borrow that cap back?
Sure.
Thank you.
Line.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, just line?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Line, and do we
I got
added?
time.
You already got time. You have fight and night. Okay, cool. That's a recap to where we are to date.
I don't got night.
Okay, put night in.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
The next thing I could do is show you some double vowels that make the long O sound, but before I do that, I want to teach you something else. I want to show you, remember how we said the vowels were A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes
Why?
Y? Let's talk about Y as a vowel today, okay?
Okay.
When you see Y as a vowel in words, it's usually going to come at the end. Not always, but usually. You wish there was something in English that was always, right?
Like that
Okay,
always.
before this was one of your sight words we had this morning.
Mhm.
What does it say?
My.
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 Look at this word.
Me?
It says why.
Why?
Like the question, why?
Why?
Why? Look at this word.
Try.
Yes, it says try.
Try.
How about this?
Ski.
Try it where it sounds exactly like these other ones.
Sky.
Mm-hmm. The sky up above.
Mm.
You see, Jaime, when Y is a vowel in a word that only has one beat or
That's
one
where it
syllable,
stays.
it says I.
Okay.
Okay? So if you know that Y is going to say I, let's read all these words again.
My. Why.
Why,
Try.
try,
Sky.
sky, exactly. If that's the case, let's do this one. C-R-Y.
Cry.
Cry. Beautiful. So you get the idea that Y in a one-syllable word, when it's at the end like that, what does it say?
I.
It says I. It makes the sound of a long
I.
I. Just like that. Now I'm going to blow your circuits
I
on
know you
something
are.
here.
I know you
You can
are.
feel it coming, can't you? Okay, these words, just double check and make sure they only have one beat. How do you double check that? You can kind of like clap them out. My. Is that one beat?
Mm-hmm.
Why.
One.
One beat. Try. Sky. Cry. They all have one beat. Okay?
Okay.
Now, let's look what happens when we do a word that has more than one beat.
Here you go.
Here we go. And we know that we have to have at least one vowel in every beat. So this is one beat. What does this say?
Fun.
Fun. Now I'm going to add another beat to it.
Funny.
Yes. Nice job. Can you scoop funny for me and show me where you break it up into its two beats?
Funny.
Excellent. Funny. What's the last sound that you hear in funny?
E.
E. What letter is making that sound?
Y.
Exactly. The Y is making an E sound. Okay, take a look at this. Oops, I got black. How many beats are we going to have in this word?
2.
2 beats, because you got a vowel here and a vowel over here.
Right.
How are you going to bust them up? Go ahead and
Put
take that.
the happy.
Fabulous. Happy. Let's do something now. Normally what I'd want to do is have you practice reading some lists of words that use Y as a vowel.
Okay.
And, you know, we could have done this on the computer using the ARS program, Accelerated Reading, but I actually made up a list of words for you to read just right here without the
Okay.
computer. So here's your word list. We can just tuck that in your book here that's got our new Y as a vowel sound. Tell me, how many beats do you see in these words here, Jaime?
1 beat.
Only one. So
Yeah.
what will the Y say?
Y. I.
Yeah, it's going to say I. Okay, so
I.
why don't you read these words?
Y. Try. My. Buy.
Exactly. Let's come down to the next line where we have some blends.
Cry.
Mm-hmm.
Fly. Pry.
Yeah, do you know what pry means?
Yeah, when you pry on something.
Exactly, to pry something open. How about this one?
Play. Ply.
Now, which one is it?
Ply.
Ply. Okay, you
Ply.
wanted to say play. Is it something you've maybe,
Yeah,
you
it's
thought
'cause-
it might have been? But this is
yeah.
ply as in plywood.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's come down here.
Ski.
What does Y say in
Sky.
a one-syllable word at the
Sky.
end? Yeah, it says it's reliable there.
I
So
don't
it
know why I
says
keep saying that.
that's okay. Sky.
Fly.
Try the blend again.
Fry.
Fry.
Sly.
What does that mean? Sly.
Sly. Slick.
Yeah, sort of smooth operator.
Yeah.
Somebody kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Shy.
Shy. Good job. Now let's take a look at these ones with the more than one beat. How about this
Okay.
one?
Grumpy.
Excellent. Grumpy. All right. How about the last one on that line?
Hilly.
Yeah, when something's hilly, what does it mean? When there are lots of hills
hilly,
on the
okay.
road is a
Hilly.
hilly road. Okay, let's try this one. Now, this is a little
Okay.
tricky to know where to scoop.
Okay.
Okay, try it. Between the O and the Y, you have to figure out where that P is going to go.
Copy.
Okay, that would be
Copy.
copy. And there isn't a word
Copy.
It's copy, so show me how you'd really scoop it then.
Copy.
Nice job. Copy.
Yeah.
How about this one?
Angry. Angry.
Yes, angry. Good job. Okay.
Candy.
Nice. Good. Why don't you wait, do the last one on that line.
Okay. Filthy.
Okay, are you actually reading what's there or are you kind of guessing at it?
I'm reading it.
Okay. First beat is F-I-F.
Fifth.
50.
50.
50. Good job.
50.
50. Okay. Can you do the one right down here? We did a lot of new stuff today. We did the 2 new sounds that the letter Y makes. It borrows from I and it borrows from E. Exactly. Okay. Let's go on and do something else besides working on word lists. Let's talk about reading a story. Okay? We've been actually working together on this book for a while. We've read a couple of the chapters. Actually, I think we've read one chapter,
Yeah.
Juan and Lucy.
Right.
The important thing about reading stories, Jaime, is, or anything for that matter, whether it's the newspaper or a label on a medicine bottle or something, you have to get a picture, almost like an image. You use your imagination while you're reading to get a picture going in your head. And I noticed that sometimes that's a little difficult for you to do because you're concentrating so hard on reading the words, it's hard to get the picture to make sense, right? So what I'm going to do just for fun, and we'll do this probably for many lessons, you know, just to kind of ease into reading, let me read something to you.
Okay.
And I want you to picture in your head as I'm reading, and then tell me what picture you get. This is a very short little poem by Shel Silverstein. And he writes poems for kids, but they're poems that adults absolutely love too. Your son would probably get a kick out of this. Okay, I won't show you the illustration. I want you to just picture the words as I go along. Okay, it's very short. The poem is called The Sitter, and it's talking about a babysitter. Have you ever had a babysitter come in to look after your son when he was a little kid?
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
The Sitter. Mrs. McTwitter, the babysitter, I think she's a little bit crazy. She thinks a babysitter's supposed to sit upon the baby. Okay, now tell me what you picture for that.
This big old huge babysitter lady sitting on top of my son.
Great. Sitting on top of the son. And do you see like his little feet or something sticking out?
That's all you see, just the feet.
That's all you see, it's just the feet. Well, you know what, that's very close to the image. Look at what he drew here.
Oh, wow.
This humongous big babysitter and the little feet sticking out.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? So let me just read it to you again, and now you can see the letters and words on the page at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
The sitter. Mrs. McTwitter, the babysitter, I think she's a little bit crazy. She thinks a babysitter's supposed to sit upon the baby. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the book Juan and Lucy.
Okay.
Okay, you remember we met Juan in the first chapter.
Right.
And tell me a little bit what you remember about that. What was Juan doing?
Juan was combing his hair.
Yeah, he was combing his hair. What was he wearing?
Something, was it purple? Or he was wearing something crazy.
He was wearing something crazy. It was red.
Okay.
His pants were red. And were they like big, baggy, balloon kind of pants, or were they really tight? Do you remember?
No, he didn't say that.
Okay, let's see. It just said, well, who came in on him while he was
brother.
his brother? And what did his brother think about how he looked when he was getting ready?
Crazy.
He said, "Yeah, you look crazy." And did Juan like the fact that his brother was kind of teasing
He got
him? How
upset.
did he? Yeah, he definitely got angry.
Yeah.
Here's the part where it says Raul laughed again. That's the brother. Are your pants tight enough? Question
yeah,
mark.
okay, yeah.
So what's he saying?
They're tight.
They're very tight.
Very,
And
very
why don't you
tight.
open your shirt a little more? So what do you picture for how Juan looks? Describe to me how he looks. Because he was getting ready to go out, wasn't he?
Yeah. He looks like he's got some very tight pants on.
Yeah.
And his shirt bun real loose.
Right,
yeah.
right. And he's there in front of a mirror. You can
Yeah,
see him,
combing
combing his
his hair back.
hair and getting all,
Old
looking.
John Travolta look.
No! I love it. That's a good picture. John Travolta look, like in what was that movie?
Yeah.
That sort of disco kind of thing. Anyway, so he was getting ready to go out, and the last thing he did is he looks at himself in the mirror and he says, "Not bad," he thought to himself. "Not bad at all." So how's Juan feeling as he's about to go out with his buddies?
He's feeling good about himself.
Exactly. Very nice. Okay. Now, chapter 2 is about Lucy. We haven't met her yet. Okay. So let me read the first chapter to you, and I want you to get a picture going in your head. Okay? Imagine what these words, and tell me what they make you picture. Lucy worked in a 5 and 10 downtown. You know what a 5 and 10 is?
It's a store.
Yeah, like a dime store.
Yeah.
Kind of like a...
99-cent store.
Yeah, 99-cent store these days, right. She was happy to have a nice job. She gave most of her money to her mother, who she lived with. The rest of her money was her own. She bought pretty clothes with her money. She also was saving up for a car. Okay? Now, do you have an image going in your head from that these words made you picture? What do you see?
Well, I see Lucy constantly, working and being responsible as far as giving her mother money and has her own little bank account.
Oh, you see her with
You
a little
know.
bank account. We have a picture of her that's very reliable, very responsible, okay?
Got a certain time to come home.
Yes, very on time. Okay, now you start reading right here. One day
when she came home,
Mm-hmm.
her mother said, he?
H-I. Now there's an I, the
Okay,
last
I.
sound in the beat. So what would it
Okay,
be?
I.
Right. Her mother said,
Her mother said,
"Hi."
Hi. Hi. What are you going to do tonight? What are you going to do tonight?
What are you going to do tonight? Good.
I don't know, said Lucy. Maybe I'll wait.
What's the next word?
TV. I'll watch TV.
Maybe I'll watch TV.
You should go out, said her mother. You are in a rude.
Okay, so if you want to sound out, let's tap out this one. How would you tap out R-U-T?
Rut.
Excellent. What would it be?
Rut.
Rut. You are in a rut, Lucy.
Go out and have fun.
Go out and have fun. What does that mean? Okay, tell me what's happening so far. So we saw her come home from work, and then
Kind
what?
of like bummed out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And in a rut, right?
She's in a rut. What does that mean?
Rut means, to me, it means a rut is the same routine.
The same routine. Nice way to describe it. You the same routine over and over. You're kind of stuck there. Okay.
Yeah, so my mom's saying, go ahead and go out, change your life.
Yeah, her mom's the one who's
Motivating her.
motivating her to go out. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay. What does she say?
Oh, mother, said Lucy, why don't I have more friends? Then I would go out and have fun.
Mm-hmm, good.
Because you don't go out and have fun.
That's kind of what her mother's probably going to say,
Do
exactly.
you have friends?
Oops, is this a question or is it
You do
You
do
do?
have friends, said her mother, but you never call them up.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't wait for them to call you.
Mm-hmm. Do you agree with her mother's advice?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is she basically saying?
Keep in touch with your friends.
It's
you know?
your responsibility.
Yeah.
Don't wait for them. You do it. You take the initiative. Good.
Oh, mother, said Lucy. Then she went to her room. Lucy
Loved.
loved
That's a sight word.
her
Love.
mother. Lucy loved her mother, but her mother did not really understand.
Understand. Good.
Understand. I really want just one special friend throughout.
Thought.
I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. But that's a sight word. That's okay.
Through.
Thought.
That's thought.
Yeah, that's thought.
That's a lot of words, not
Mm-hmm,
letters.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Thought Lucy.
Mm-hmm. I really want just one special friend, thought Lucy.
Thought Lucy.
Okay, so tell me what's happening here. What does she
Well,
mean?
she really just. I mean, it says it at the end. She really just wants one special friend, probably a boyfriend.
Ah, you're reading between the lines there a little bit. I imagine
Boyfriend,
that's
yeah.
what she wants too, is that she
Yeah.
really wants a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, so now make a prediction for me. We met Juan in the first chapter. We met Lucy in the second chapter. What do you think is going to happen?
They're both gonna go out and meet.
Okay, we'll
They
see.
don't know each other yet.
They don't know each other yet. So she's going to go, she agreed to go to the party.
Yeah. Lucy didn't know what to wear. She put on a
Skirt.
A skirt.
Good.
They
Mm-hmm.
mate. She put on a skirt. They mate.
Now wait a second.
They might.
There you go. What letters do you see that you recognize
The-
there?
The IGH.
IGH says what?
Might.
I, so it's might.
Might.
They might.
They might dance. They might dance.
Mm-hmm.
She slacked.
Okay. Let's look at that one. L-I-K-E.
Lacked.
L-I-K-E. You know what's tricky about
She
that?
liked.
Let's look.
liked.
Let's look at that up here. Yeah. Because what's happened is you have, I don't need this pencil, you have this word L-I-K-E. Now you can tell me about that word.
Yeah.
What's the E going to do?
And make that I and I.
Make this I say I.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not doing that.
Uh-huh. Well, it was. There were.
They were a lot of people at the party.
Mm-hmm.
Anna
Knew.
knew
Mm-hmm. She knew.
some of them. Lucy did not know anyone, but Anna.
Okay, now wait. Read that sentence so it makes sense to you.
Okay. Lucy did not know anyone, but.
And see, there's no period
Oh, so I
here.
stopped
So
it.
yeah, you don't want to stop because there's no
Yeah.
period. So
did
Lucy
not
didn't know anyone, but
Anna.
what does that mean? She didn't know anyone but Anna.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you see how that punctuation makes a big difference. If you stop, Lucy didn't know anyone.
But Anna.
Now this but Anna doesn't make any sense if you stopped there.
Right.
Okay, you have to keep rolling when there's no comma or no period.
That's how a lot of that.
No, it's okay. You're doing really well. Let's go back and read that sentence again. Anna knew some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy didn't.
know anyone but Anna.
Okay, so what picture have you got for this?
She's the only one she knows.
She's the only one that she knows. So what are you picturing? Like how many people are you picturing in
There's
this?
a lot of people, but you know, it's just Anna knows only Lucy. No, Lucy knows only Anna.
Uh-huh.
and that's it.
Uh-huh.
But there's a lot, group of people.
Okay, good. Okay.
Okay. Anna helped Lucy meet some of the people.
Mm-hmm. Good. Was that something like a good friend would do?
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you ever
yeah.
been in that situation?
Definitely.
You go to a party and you only know the person you came with, so you kind of rely on them to get you to mix a little bit and meet
Yeah.
new people? Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. But,
But Lucy wants
excuse me, wasn't.
wasn't having such a great time at about 10 o'clock. She said,
What do you think she's going to say?
let's go.
Yeah. I bet you. Let's go. She wasn't having a great time. About 10 o'clock, she said,
Anna, I think I want to go home now.
were you right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just then, from
4.
Four.
That's the number 4.
just then, for
New
new
guys.
new guy
Guys.
walked in. Hey, Lucy, look at them, said Anna.
Okay, are you getting the rolling picture on this?
Yeah,
Okay.
4 guys walk in,
Okay.
and then Lucy said, yeah, check that out.
Yeah, check that out. Okay.
Okay, where am I?
You said that. Hey, Lucy, look
Yeah.
at them, said Anna.
They are
Pretty.
pretty cool. Cost.
Now use what you know. You can
Okay.
look at that word. Is there an E on the end?
Yeah.
What's it going to do to the vowel?
Make it a U.
Yep.
Cute.
Bingo. They are
Make
pretty.
it Cute.
Cute.
Said Lucy. Look at the one in the right. Pants. The red pants.
Oh, good
and the
self.
red pants.
Good self-correction. Who's that?
That's John. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
Juan.
one. Mm-hmm. For the last part of our lesson right now, and that's where we do a little bit of writing. In order to do the writing, though, I took some phrases straight out of the book. Straight out of the book, and I just put them on a sheet of paper for you, and I made up these instructions. It says, copy the phrase on the line. A phrase just means a group of words. A group of words. They don't quite make a whole sentence yet, just
Okay.
part of a sentence. Turn the page over and write the phrase again. So it's partly to get you used to the spelling of these words. So what does this number 1 say?
Out on the town.
Out on the town. Who is going out on the town?
Lucy and John.
Yeah, both of them.
Lucy
And then
Juan.
you can fold this page over after you copy it and see if you can write out on the town without looking back and remember what it looked like. Okay. So we're going to copy this phrase now. What does this say?
For a ride.
Mm-hmm. For a ride is just a part of a sentence, so you're going to copy that on the line over here.
Okay.
For a ride. Excellent. And now you see, take a good long look at it. See how you got the words for and ride.
Mhm.
Then we'll flip it over. And on this line right here, see if you can get it without looking back. For
Okay.
a ride. Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
For a ride.
For a ride. Okay. You can flip back. And this one says,
Her.
okay, will be a long E because of this E on the end. So it's going to make this guy say its name.
Here.
Here and,
And
there. Let's just come back to this first one. Out on the town. Can you put that in a whole sentence for me? Out on the town?
Yeah, the guys are going out on a town.
I love it. The guys are going out on the town. The guys are going And why don't you finish writing out on the town? The guys are going out on the town.
Out on
Mm-hmm.
A-N.
On, what says on?
O-N.
Mm-hmm.
On. Out on the.
Mm-hmm.
T-H-E.
Good, there's sight word, T-H-E. Town. Ow. You can check in the here and see what it says. Or can you picture it? We haven't done this one yet.
A.
O-W.
O-W.
O-W is saying ow.
Town.
Town, what comes at the end?
And
Okay. Now, if this is a complete sentence, what do we have to put at the end? Punctuation mark.
dot.
Yeah, a period.
Period.
A period or a dot, same thing. The dot is called a period.
Period, yeah.
Oh, let's read the sentence.
The guys are going out on the town.
Excellent. Okay, let's do one more. The next one, number 2, said,
For a ride.
for a ride. Now, can you put that in a complete sentence? For a ride?
Guys are going out on the town for a ride.
Okay, we can make one super long sentence if you want. If we
Okay.
did that, the guys are going out in the town for a ride. Do we need a period
No.
here? Okay, we'll get rid of that and then add for a ride. All right, go for it. For a ride.
F-O-R.
Uh-huh.
F-O-R-A.
Mm-hmm.
Just an A, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ride.
Ride. How are we going to get that long I sound in ride?
Ride.
Nice job, nice job.
Ride.
Now, is that the end of your sentence? There you go, that's just what you need. Now read the whole thing.
The guys are going out on the town for a ride.
All right, the guys are going out on the town for a ride. Okay, here's one. I'm looking at number 5. It says home
From work.
Home from work, okay? Can you put that little phrase in a sentence? Home from work.
When I get home from work, I'm gonna try to make it to the school.
Okay, great. When I get home from work, when I get, and you can do the phrase home from work. Now there's a sight word from. Do you remember how the sight word from is spelled? That was part of your stack, I think. From.
F-H?
From. You can look at it here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Uh-huh. When I get home from work. Okay, and I'll finish it for you. When I get home from work, you said, I'm going...
I'm going to class.
Oh, that made it shorter.
Yeah.
The last time we had a lesson together, you told me a story. I asked you, we were talking about literacy and learning to read, and we called it, I asked you what you thought you really needed. And so the title of it is What I Need. And all I did was just type it up on the word processor. This is the story these are the words that you said, and remember we wrote it up on the board together?
Right.
All I did was print it up so it's in story form for you to read. I took it off the board and typed it on the word processor.
Right.
Want to just quickly go over again what it said?
I feel that I really need to learn how to read.
Uh-huh.
I want to improve my understanding.
Good. Let me scoop that one for you so it'll be easier at home. My understanding. Good. My understanding of Language experience stories, which are student-generated, are ideal pieces of text to come back to several times over to reread. The emphasis is on fluency and picking up the oral reading speed. As you can see, I have reformatted Jaime's language experience story, leaving carefully selected blanks for him to fill in. We do a few together here in the lesson, and the rest he can do for homework. He has the original to refer back to if he gets stuck, and he can use it to check his work. You'll do this for homework.
Right.
And practice your sight words, those few extra sight words we added to your
Right.
stack. So you got a lot of stuff to do.
So-
Okay? That was a great lesson. You did beautifully.
It was great. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Good.